Good, fellas. 5:09 right now. On the way to active recovery. Still a little bit sleepy from this morning, but I crushed my morning routine. Did my push-ups, even though in Richmond it is completely snowed out. It's 19 degrees. My car feels like a goddamn ice box. And when I woke up in the morning, and first thing I do before I drink my 32 ounces of water is I take a piss, because again, I still got water in me from the night before. And like while I'm standing up trying to take a piss, like I'm just dozing off. I keep going in and out while I'm standing up. Like I'm beyond tired. I was up till 10:30 last night, but I'm still here. It's 19 degrees outside again. It's snowed out where I live, and I'm still getting in the gym. It's my off day, but that doesn't mean I don't go. I'm getting active recovery. And damn, these roads are bad, bro. It's straight ice on the road. Could do a little slip and slide, which might wake me up even more. Might be cool. I might slip and slide. This is crazy. But yeah, this video, it's still gonna be a Gumption Talk, but I want to be a little bit different from what I've done in the past, and I want to make it a little bit more engaging. So I'm gonna take y'all a little bit through my workout routine. And oh shit, I almost spun out. Alright, but yeah, I want to take y'all through my morning routine, my workout routine, and then we'll get the little Gumption Talk after. But again, I'm up. I'm feeling a lot better because that cold shower I took just shocked the hell out of me. So I'm up now. Did my push-ups outside, posted that on my Instagram story. I bonded with the snow on my patio outside. So man, we are up. It's a Thursday. Didn't recover too well, but that doesn't mean I don't get the work in. I'm here regardless. Let's get it. Let's go terrestrial.
More money, more problems. More guns, more violence. I beat a couple cases. I feel like John got it. How about a Benz, baby? I feel like God life. I feel like taking some drink right now and pouring it over my niggas. We ain't never turned down. I'm a big dipper, big tipper. You want it, you buy it, you get it. Cash on the liver, rosé on my liver. Headshots for my enemy. Still got a money machine clicking.
Good, boys. Hopefully I'm getting a little bit better at this whole recording, vlogging, shit, whatever. Take this off. But just got done with the active recovery. Hopefully I get some clips in the video for y'all. Make it a little bit more engaging, like I was saying. Damn, it feels good, bro. I'm driving a different car, and this one got heated seats. My other Beamer it don't got a winter package. I got an import from Florida, and it's hell in the winter, literally, because there's no heat in the car. The whole way to the gym is just the ice cube. But yeah, anyways, hopefully I'm getting a little bit better with this vlogging, whatever. And I just finished up active recovery. Y'all sent me to do that. But this morning I was just feeling like shit. Like I woke up in the middle of the night, my head was just completely banging, like crazy headache. And I woke up, it was like 2 a.m. and I was like, I don't feel like waking up in 2 hours. But I drank some water in that at 2 a.m. and then like my headache kind of settled down. I woke up, it was gone, whatever. drank my 32 ounces water. That really dialed me in. Like, if you're not doing 32 ounces water right when you're waking up, it's such a cheat code towards, one, boosting your metabolism, just getting yourself started, and also, like, you're sweating so much throughout the night. If you're not even sweating, you're still like, you're dehydrated when you wake up. So drinking 32 ounces of water is like essential in the morning, and it just gets your brain running. And then I journal out what's happening in my day, like 5 needle moving tasks that I'm getting done that day. And then I'm writing down 5 goals that I'm working towards right now, just constantly reminding myself in the AM, because your subconscious mind is the most influential in the morning. So you want to constantly remind yourself of the goals you're working towards every single day, and that's consistent. And then 50 push-ups outside, even though it's fucking, you probably can't see it through the window. Yeah, you can, but it's literally snowing outside and it's fucking cold. So check out my Instagram story. Did my push-ups outside, even though I'm shirtless too. And I feel like my internal temperature, I'm breaking it. Because yesterday, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm sick. I feel fine, which, whatever. But yesterday, it was like real life 75, 80 degrees in my room where I was working. And I have a space heater, that's why I keep it so hot. And I honestly just hate the cold. So I keep it so hot. But it was like 75, 80 degrees, and my body was still like shivering. So I don't know if it's that I broke my internal temperature, because I did some recovery on Sunday, and I was doing intervals of sauna, cold plunge, and that was like 17 degree weather outside. I was doing a cold plunge outside, going into the ice water, and then going back into the sauna, and bro, I was beyond cold. So I don't know if I broke my internal temperature, but my morning routine, I finish up with 90 seconds cold shower. That's what really does it for me. I felt like shit this morning, woke up, didn't want to go to the gym. Like, I dead ass, I don't know if I said it in the earlier clip, but I dead ass went on my phone and checked the Crunch Fitness near my location. And I was checking, because it's snowing outside. They've been like delayed the past couple of days. So my active recovery on Tuesday, I went in at 9 a.m. because they delayed the time. And I was hoping that they were going to delay it today. And that's just my subconscious mind trying to logically reason out the reason why I don't want to go to the gym. That's a lesson that I learned, and someone, a close friend of mine, had to tell me that I do that too often, is that I justify my reasoning with logic. And I ever since he said that, it came to my conscious, and I was like, fuck, I do that a lot. So I realized that. But I was doing that in the morning, and it wasn't delayed. I got a nice active recovery in, and started off with some mobility, just keeping it fresh. And this is great towards my long-term goals, and I'm trying to run a half marathon. Or I already ran a half marathon, but I'm trying to run a full marathon next November. So I need to get back into training. When I was doing the half marathon training, get back into that in the summer. Right now it's winter time. I'm not running outside, no matter what anyone says. I can't run in this weather. Like, your body takes so long just to heat up, even if you're doing like sprints. I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'm staying in the gym. I'm staying consistent with my training, with my diet, all of that. And yeah, I went through my active recovery, got mobility in, went to cardio, I did core before. Damn, I feel like I'm bouncing everywhere right now. I need to chill. But yeah, so I did core, finished off with some Stairmaster, and then I stretched out, and then we're here now. And you can tell, like, from the beginning clip, my energy is completely different. All because I did the hard first, and it's consistency that I'm putting in day after day, that I have routines built out, so I have the progression. Like, it's already gonna happen. No matter how my day pans out, if like for example, yesterday I didn't have, let me cut the AC off. I cut the AC off. I don't know if that helped the audio, or the last couple minutes of audio were chopped. But for example, yesterday, if my day was just, it was kind of everywhere. Like I had a lot of stuff that I didn't plan for, which I can't really help. I just kind of got to adjust in the moment towards, and how you deal with that in the moment is how you can really see if you're productive or not. But yesterday, some things happened that I didn't plan for, and I didn't get the task that I needed done. But I still had routines put in place to where I still progressed. Like my morning wake up, every single thing I do in that morning routine benefits me as a person. It reflects the goals that I want to work towards. Like 32 ounces of water that reflects my health. Journaling that reflects my business, my discipline, my mindset. 50 push-ups, that's straight mindset, straight discipline. And then cold shower, that's also health, because there's a lot of benefits. If you don't know the benefits of cold exposure right when you wake up, it's surreal. And especially for me, it's waking my mind and body up, and that really gets me in a flow state. And these habits that I put in place, like it's everything. Like I look to it by the T. Like I write down literally everything that I do in the morning, everything I do throughout my day. From when I wake up at 4:15 a.m., I take a piss, brush my teeth. Like I'm talking that specific, and I go down my whole day like that. And I ask myself, is this habit that I have put in place like a vote towards the man I want to become, or not? Or is it like equal? Like taking a shit, that's, you gotta do it. But it's all about how you show up on the days where you don't want to do it. Like the theme of this year for me is gonna be persistent. Like I'm gonna be persistent this year. And I kind of locked in my consistency in 2024. But being persistent, I've gone through failures. Like I ran a business, although like I've made money online through that business, you can call that a success, but it didn't match the goal criteria that I set for myself when I first started that business. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I ran a social media marketing agency, a appointment setting agency, and I would work client acquisition with local businesses, like home improvement businesses, and I'd work with like paid ads, like running Facebook ads, like trying to simplify that as much as possible. But I ran that kind of business, and I made money through it. Like I learned a lot through it, but I didn't hit that criteria goal that I set for myself. So if you want to call that a failure, for sure, call it a failure. But I know that experience that I got in that time is unmatched towards the monetary equivalent. And people look at it from an angle of, okay, how much money did you make with the business model? Again, you can call it a failed business. Yeah, I didn't hit the criteria of monetary value that I wanted for myself, which was $10,000 a month. I didn't hit that. But the things that I learned in that time frame were unmatched. I got insane networking skills. I just got put on the right track. Like I wouldn't trade that for anything, because that pivotal moment in my life put me on the right track. And now I actually feel like I got control of my life. Like it's not a matter of did you succeed with this or not? Did you get the experience or not? What did you learn from the experience? And once you start taking it like that, you want to start trying everything. You really want to put yourself out there. You want to be open-minded and just take up opportunities and just learn more about yourself, learn more about experiences. And honestly, this is something I want to dive into this video about, and it's a topic that's been top of mind for me, is killing your ego. Because when I started with that business model, when I started on personal development, I thought I knew everything. I started eating nice. I started waking up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, dieting. I thought I knew everything. I was checking my macros, and I realized, like, as time went on, as I started being a little bit more consistent, realized I didn't know nothing. Like, my nutrition, I went through a lot of trial and error, and the reason why it was so delayed for me to see the results in the gym that I wanted was because I was misinformed like crazy. I thought the more protein I put in my body, the better physique I'd have. So I would have like, I was sitting at what was it? I was sitting at like around 200 pounds, and I was skinny fat. And I was eating about 250 grams of protein in a day. And I was just prioritizing protein. I didn't care about anything else. I would just focus on protein. And I would base all my meals just off of how much protein I can put in it, which is insane. And now that I realize, like, your protein intake, you want to keep it high. You want to maintain it. Yeah, because if you don't, then you're going to be skinny fat. But I was eating way too much protein, and like, biggest thing for me, like the shits were crazy. Like that's one thing protein will do for you, is it will affect your gut health like crazy. So I thought I knew everything. That's basically what I'm trying to get at, is I was eating good in the gym. I would hold myself to a certain demeanor that I thought I was better than everyone else. Like I'd walk around the gym thinking I was the shit. Walk around campus thinking I knew everything. Oh, if you don't know this, you don't do it like I do it. And I realized that's not how I should look at it. And another thing that I realized, and I picked up on this when I was reflecting in my last year, is I can become too judgmental. Like when I look at someone, I look at someone in the gym, I see that they're fat, and I'm like, oh, they don't have a good discipline. They can't control themselves. They can't control their eating habits. I realized I was being way too judgmental around people that I was around. And the more I started to just let go of that judgment and drop ego, thinking that I knew more than the other person did, even if they're in a lower position than me, or if they're in a higher position, I start looking at things different. Start looking around the gym, and I start realizing that I can learn a lot from this guy who might not have the best physique, but he might be skilled in something else that I'm deficient in. Like, everyone can help each other out. And once you start networking, you realize you start dropping your ego, because you're like, you actually start talking to people that know more than you, or they don't know much as you, and either you want to help them out or you want to learn from them. And like, it's hard to like, a 20-year-old with an ego, or I was 19 with a big ego, and that was holding me back so much. I was the only cap on my success. Like, everything that I was doing was held back by me. The reason why I failed my business wasn't because like the client, or the reason why I stepped away was the service delivery portion was pretty hard. It is hard. Service delivery for the business that I was running. Like, I had to get clients in a season, like it's winter season for home improvement businesses, and it's completely dead. So even the businesses that I was working with, like, they had no business. So it was hard to bring business to people who didn't need help. You can't help a market that doesn't need help. And even then, that was a logical reason. But I was holding my own self back. I could have done more. I could have put more inputs in. And once you start realizing that you are your cap to your own success, and you can really just push that limit as far as you want based off the personal development of yourself. Alex Hormozy talks about this, the SME 500. I love that saying, because you constantly want to reinvest in yourself. And it's a way to reframe the mind, because everything you do is reframing your mind. And if you can reframe your mind to, if you're investing money back into yourself, you're buying back your time. That's what he talks about a lot. Or you're just buying like a course, some sort of education. You reframe it not as you're spending that money's gone, but you're investing back into yourself. And that's the only way you can look at it. In high school, in college, especially in college, I did not give a damn about what was going on. Like, I knew how to use AI pretty well. So like, I'd use AI in most of my classes. And when ChatGPT came out, like, I learned how to really program it in the right way that it would get the accurate answers, and I would do very well in my classes because of that. But I didn't like learning the general education, and then I started learning more about myself, my own personal development, and that really opened my eye towards everything. But once I took that switch, once I started reinvesting back in myself, that's when my eye just opened. That's the biggest switch that happened for me, is that I reinvested back into myself. I talked about this in my last video, but when I started my business, I got trapped into a funnel, a sales funnel for Iman Gotzi's program for agency incubator, agency accelerator. And I got pushed into making the purchase of his course. It was $1,000 purchase. It was a pretty detailed, beefy course that had a lot of good information, and the community to it as well, and the coaches inside the community were great. Like, a lot of insightful coaches, and I learned a lot from them. And I think that's what switched for me, is when I was at that state, before I bought the program, I didn't really know too much. Like, I knew I wanted to do something. I knew I wanted to pursue some sort of business, but I didn't know what. And then I actually reinvested in myself, and it's that monetary value that you put into it. It's that investment that stings in the moment. I know this video is kind of like everywhere, and I was just trying to talk my mind, and again, trying to be as authentic as I can on these videos, on these Gumption Talks, and just document what's going on in my life, what's my mindset, what's the topic of mind for me. But anyways, I hope y'all picked up something valuable from this video, because that's what I'm trying to do. Every single video that I want to put out, I want to make it feel like you watching this video, your bucket of information is kind of filled up, or at least like you're trying to, at least you resonate with me, and you see like Ferris is working. He's up at 7 a.m. He already finished his 4:15 a.m. Wake up, and then his morning routine, his active recovery. He's working. Let me start doing it. Let me start putting that in, because I want to set the standard for the people around me, is that hard work and discipline equals freedom. And that's the message that I'm trying to spread, and hopefully I'm showing that through my actions rather than me just saying it on camera. So anyways, I'm gonna finish up this talk. Yeah, I hope I kept it raw and authentic with y'all, but I will see y'all boys later.